Morning, friends. This is Gautham Kolluri from CIP Study Abroad. I'm a regulated Canadian immigration consultant and founder director of CIP. I previously worked in Mohawk College and Conestoga College as the International Students Recruitment Officer. So, welcome to our daily live session and to the talk today. We have Anurag Pandey, one of our CIP graduates, international graduates. Here with us. And Anurag, welcome to the talk, our CIP International Student Review. How are you, Anurag? Yeah,
Anurag is
so
available.
yes, let me just unmute. I've just put on. Yeah, so Anurag is one of our CIP students. Anurag Pandey is from Hyderabad. And I think he came here back in 2018, I think, right, Anurag? It's been a long
Uh,
time. When did
yeah,
you
yeah. So
come?
actually, I applied in 2018, sir, but I think because of COVID, I had to postpone it a couple of times, and there were some other issues. So I landed in Canada in
Now,
2020.
COVID was not there in 2018. You had other issues you postponed. I
Yeah, yeah,
remember you postponed a couple of times. But when did you
yeah.
land in Canada?
So it was in second part of like I think it was in November 2020, I believe. Like it's been like 3 years, 3 months now, if I calculate it
Three
properly.
years and 3 years, 3 months. Okay, so just around 2019, right? You came in.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Okay. So, first question, is Canada meeting your expectations? There's a lot of, social media where there are so many people who talk about Canada and, uh,
yeah,
it's all like they all live here, they all complain, and
yeah.
but ask other people don't come to Canada. So,
Yeah.
is Canada meeting your expectations?
Yes, sir. So if you ask me personally, right? So my personal experience is that I have been lucky. I'm not sure how lucky. I think more than anyone. So everything worked out as I planned. There were hiccups, but yeah. So like a coin has head and tails, right? So when you come here, you have pros and cons. So if people are not successful, they complain. If you're successful, you have your own good things, right? So it's like that
Exactly.
for me.
That's a very, you hit the bullseye. People who complain are people who are not successful. We with CIP, we have so many people like you who have good education, good work experience, and many of them have jobs, especially people with work experience. People, unfortunately,
Yeah,
with the current situation in Canada, people who do not have 2, 3 years work experience from India, or at least 1 year work experience in India. People who do not have strong English proficiency skills are the people who are struggling. But other
yeah,
than if a person studies here in Canada, has 1 or 2 years of work experience and strong communication skills, they can reach the 400, especially the STEM and healthcare. It is absolutely no issues on that. Yes, yes. So, yeah. So
exactly, sir.
it's right. So
Yeah,
when you first landed Canada, what was your initial reaction? What was going in your mind?
yeah. So I had a couple of friends here. So I didn't get into touch with them in the initial days. So initially it was a little lonely, right? You need some mental support, right, to get through that loneliness and the college. So I was into college, right? Even like somebody here, right, said that like a lot of Punjabis and all. So even I experienced the same. There were Gujaratis and Punjabis there. I'm not complaining. I like that multicultural thing. So yeah, it was like that. And basically I am from north, but I wasn't born and brought up in the south, right? So I
Yes.
preferred South Indians, like mostly the South people. So it was not the case. So even there I had to struggle to connect, to have the networks, because once you are in Canada, there are a few things that you need to prioritize. One is your communication skills plus networking. And as you said, right, you should have your a minimum like 3 to 4 of years of experience that you bring back from India or from any other country. So that would help you. If not, it would be a little gloomy here, but still there is a light on the other end. So you have to just move on. And
Well, very
for me,
true.
it was
For
little,
freshers, it is, yeah, just to add what you pointed, sorry to interrupt you.
yeah,
For freshers, life is not an easy anywhere, right?
yeah,
I started my
yeah,
career in Conestoga College part-time for for $11 per hour. So we have to start somewhere, and only with your experience, things will move ahead. So what is your, so Anurag is a permanent resident of Canada and he is from he's an IT professional, right? So Anurag,
Yeah.
what is your current job? And if you can just briefly explain about your job and how you ended up getting this job.
Yeah. So actually, how I ended up getting the job, I will start from there. So the first thing is that, as I said, sir, like networking, communications, all should be up to the top notch. And the other thing was how you enhance your profile on LinkedIn. So I got the job through LinkedIn. So I was from an IT background, and I am from customer analytics, data analytics, and data science background. So I knew that like getting a job would be definitely difficult. So I did a couple of certifications, and I tried to diverse it. So whenever you like, for example, whenever you buy some stocks, right, you don't put the eggs in the same basket. Similarly, I did Scrum Master certification, product owner. So Scrum Master is something which is different from the data analytics. But I thought, like, if I can acquire few certifications, there could be multiple chances for me. And once I'm into the market, I
Different
can
career
again
path.
switch. Yeah.
Exactly.
So I did a lot of certifications. So if you go to my LinkedIn profile, right, you will see 30 to 40 certifications. And most are relevant. It's not that whatever I'm getting, I'm doing it randomly, something like that. So it had some relevance. So I was doing on blockchain. Basically, I'm not working on blockchain, but still I did some basic fundamentals on blockchain as well, and AI. So that's the thing. You have to enhance your LinkedIn profile to an extent that the recruiters get an eye on it. So that was the one thing. And the other thing was my current role. So currently I work as a customer analytics director at Kantar. So Kantar is a market research company, and my client as of now is Walmart. So I work at the Walmart office at Mississauga, and I'm an customer analytics director there. So basically what I do is that I do the day-to-day pricing, right? So whatever, when you walk into a Walmart store, you see the prices, right, every day. So that comes from whatever models, machine learning models that we have built. So whatever our team has built, those fix those prices that you see every day in the Walmart stores or the e-com. So basically we work in the
It's
pricing
very
department.
interesting, right? We
Yeah.
don't have normal people, we only see the prices and somebody putting the tag. But what is
Yeah.
behind that? So much of AI involved these days, right? I
Yeah.
just read yesterday that I think some of the big
Mm.
companies, I think Meta was trying to use, or Apple, or one company was using, they're trying to cut off 3 million people. So
Yeah.
yeah. So getting back what we were discussing, about your education, right? First you came in, it was difficult. So your experience studying, like if I remember, you studied big data architecture in Conestoga
Yeah.
College, right?
That's right. So
Right?
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, we've
So
talked so
actually
many
I was
times.
the so if you see my profile, right, in the LinkedIn profile, I have added, so during my course, right, I was awarded the what was that, president's or dean's list of honor, right? They
Oh,
award a
that
single
is.
student.
So what was your bachelor stream and percentage back home? I remember you had good academics, yes.
Yeah, I think I had 16 or 17 in my bachelor's.
డైలీ జూమ్ మీట్ జాయిన్ కావాలక్క
So
వాళ్ళు మాట్లాడుతూ ఉంటాడు నాకు
Jyoti, can you stop, please?
Hmm.
Yeah, so please go ahead, yes.
అదే నవీన్ చందర్ కొడుకు
Jyoti, can you stop, please? Okay.
నవీన్ చందర్
Sorry, just a second. I'm trying to mute
Yeah.
అఖిల
Jyoti here.
అఖిల సారీ సారీ సత్య 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 ఇగో
Can you move,
అది
Jyoti?
సాయంత్రం ఒక అబ్బాయిది స్టార్ట్ చేసిన
Sorry, just a
ఫైలింగ్
second.
సో అది కొంచెం అప్లోడింగ్ ప్రాబ్లం అవుతుంది, కొద్దిగా టైం పట్టేటట్టుంది. నేను అన్ని నీది అప్లోడ్ చేసి పెడతా ఫస్ట్ అవర్ లో రేపు మార్నింగ్
For that,
చేస్తాను.
it's one of our team members who is
ఇఫ్
not put
పాసిబుల్.
on.
లేదు లేదు, రేపు మార్నింగ్ కల్లా వీలైతేనేమో నైట్ వరకు చూస్తా,
Shivani, can you
అయితేనేమో
put in
చేస్తా.
waiting
ఒక్క
room?
నిమిషము ఒకసారి పెట్టేవాళ్ళు.
Yeah, just a second. Sorry. I'm just
Yeah, I
trying
think
to
that's fine.
move this person here. Jyoti, can you mute yourself, please? Just a
Yeah.
second here. Yeah, guys, please, when we are talking, please don't unmute yourself, okay? So, yeah, so you studied big data architecture, right? So, What
Yeah.
was your bachelor's even percentage?
So in the certification course, big data I had, I believe it was 94.5 something, sir. I don't exactly remember.
That
It's
is
like 94,
impressive.
95. Yeah.
Yeah, that is impressive. That is very impressive. And uh, so, what did you? So you studied big data architecture, if I remember.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Okay,
So
and
I,
uh-huh.
I
So how
think it was
was your
Kitchener
studies in
campus, Conestoga
Conestoga?
College.
Yeah, in don't main
Yes.
campus, right? So how
Yes,
was
sir.
your
Yeah.
experience studying in Conestoga?
Yeah. So it was kind of mixed reactions or mixed opinions I have on that. So there are few subjects. For example, we had RDBMS. We had one of the NoSQL like databases like MongoDB something. I think we had multiple subjects. I cannot recall exactly the subject names. So for most of them, the lecturers were very good. They were very cooperating. They were easily reachable. And there were a couple of other subjects where like we had lot of our sessions going on online because of COVID. But we had issues with only one subject. I think it was big Spark or something, because like they were uploading the video contents of the previous year's lectures. They were not updating that. So except that course, rest of the courses, right? I mean, rest of the subjects, we were pretty good. So overall, if you ask me, studying at Conestoga was fruitful, was good basically. And I believe because I had Conestoga and I had the dean's, I was part of the dean's list, right? That's the reason it enhanced my profile as well. So I believe it definitely contributed to where I am now. So yeah,
Yes,
it's definitely.
congratulations. That is impressive. That is impressive. Congratulations. But overall, your student life, how did you manage your, your study load, your part-time job? Did you have a part-time job while you were studying?
Yeah, I did a part-time job, sir, for a month. That was hectic, but yeah. So that's one of the important things when you come to Canada, right? So it's better, like anyways we will be having the GIC amount, right? As well as we'll be paying the year fees. It's only that you have to tackle your day-to-day expenses. So if you get a good part-time job, you should be fine. You should be fine, because like we will be going to the college, I think 3 to 4 days a week, and rest of the 3 days, right? When I came, it was like 20 hours per week. I think recently they changed it to 40, and I think they are back to 20 again. So
Not really. So till April, it has been extended. So it's full time is no limit to be. It's not just 40. So we have international students who are working 16, 18 hours and they forget about their studies, especially young kids.
yeah. Yeah. So maintaining a balance is also very very crucial here. So like, don't focus too much on your part-time and the part-time money there. You have to focus on the academics as well. You don't want to get backlogs or lesser percentage. That would be a headache for us. So so that's one thing. But getting a part-time is also crucial, because you want to maintain your day-to-day like uh, groceries. You have to pay your rents, you have to pay for your commute and everything, right? So you should get a good part-time job, and there are plenty of part-time jobs. And basically for Indians, right, I believe for Indians and for Chinese, you have a lot of circles and network. So basically you should not face any issues in getting a part-time job basically in your. So if you join a course, right, in the same course there will be like 30-40 other students, and most of them would be working. So if you get in contact with them, you will definitely get a part-time, and you can I can work for like 20 or 25 hours a week, and basically that should be good. So finding a part-time job and balancing your education should not be a great like a paramount difficulty. So it should be fine.
That's oh, yeah. So getting back to your your interviews, right? What like how many interviews did you have to give before you got a job?
So actually, I believe I was lucky in getting the interviews as well, sir. So I gave like 4 interviews.
Nothing is lucky when you are getting a dean's list. How can you be an lucky?
Yeah, like yeah, that could be one of the points. But sir, I gave like 4 interviews. I was qualified for 4. So I gave for Manulife, I gave for Scotiabank, I gave for Walmart, like Cantor, and I gave for Cap Germany. I think it was an Indian. It was Cap Germany. Yeah. So I cleared everything, but the only issue was, so once I was done with my studies, right, I did immediately apply for my PGWP, the work permit. But at that time, the processing times for work permit were like insane. Like it was like 6 months, 4 months.
It was
So
COVID. I'm
yeah,
actually impressed that you got a job during COVID, right? That was the peak COVID.
yeah, it was peak COVID. So out of these four companies, I think Walmart was very lenient. I think they were so good. So I didn't receive my work permit. So it was in processing. I didn't receive the hard copy, but they still were so good to offer me a job. So I think I joined in October. I applied for work permit in September, joined in October, and I received my work permit, the hard copy, in Jan, and I believe after 3 months I joined the job.
That is good.
and
Well,
and
international
everything.
students can work full time under implied status. Yesterday, I did a video and posted it. There's a
Yeah,
lot
yeah,
of questions. Some employers are picky and pushy, which is not really ethical.
yeah.
You just don't want this unnecessary headache. But in reality, international students can actually work under a postgrad. So you had previous work experience in India. Now you're working. So how is the work culture?
Oh yeah. So the work culture is obviously good here. I think obviously the work culture is always good in the West, I believe, because they are the ones, they are the clients, they are the ones who give us the paycheck, right? So we don't get a lot of pressure from them. It's in India, right, where there is a lot of competitions. We get a lot of pressure from the managers to work overtimes, or maybe to work on multiple tasks, or there is a lot of requirements there. But once you come here, right, it's far more pleasant. But it depends, right? It depends on your perspective how you see that. So I don't think it was toxic in India. I had 6 years of work experience in India, and I was pretty cool there. I did like that, and I'm back here. I like it more here compared to India. So it's like that. So I like both the things.
That's good. So one last question before you leave, Anurag. What would you advise prospective international students who want to study, work, and live in Canada, right? So currently
Yeah,
the CMA score is very high and it is very difficult under the targeted, unless it is targeted professions like IT, healthcare. It
yeah,
is pretty difficult to get the PR in, directly from India or from overseas, right?
yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah. So getting back to, what would you advise them?
Yeah, I would say that before you land in Canada, right, before you arrive here, you should have a lot, like a set of things sorted out. uh, if you are able to sort out, it's fine. Otherwise, you'll have a little obstacles, but that still should be fine. For example, if I'm newly moving to Canada, right, I need to check, for example, if I have a work experience of 6 years in data analytics, I just need to see whether Canada has a market for data analytics or not, or for data science or not. So you can go to LinkedIn, search for jobs. It will show you in which provinces you have those jobs. So it will, at least you will be little confident that once I complete my studies, I will have a job. Otherwise, at least there will be some opportunity there. That's on the job side. But on the student side, whenever you come here, right, I would tell people to network with the existing students. You can find them on our CIP groups on Facebook, right, or even in the WhatsApp chats. The ex students, you can get in touch with them. You can ask how hard is the course, and how, like, what are the pros and cons, basically. And when you network, right, it's not only that regarding your coach, you can get your, like as I said, right, you can get your helpful in getting your part-time jobs and others. And the other most important thing is that if you have a relative here, it's fine. If not, have your GIC amount fully paid, your tuition fee fully paid, so that you don't get into in a phase where you're struggling for money or finances. So I would say that.
That's interesting. So, well, overall, would you advise, Canada, it is still possible to get a permanent residence green card. In US, it is a dream for Indians, right? So, given a
Yeah.
choice with considering the green card, would you consider US, given the safety, given the prospects of getting permanent residence? Like, if you had a second chance, would you go to the US, Australia, or any other country, or Canada?
Yeah, so that's a very broader question, but like I
But,
will.
but again, you don't see it is come to a point where people,
Yeah,
Indians have given up the dream of green card in the US. They just
yeah,
think, okay, let me just get a H1B and then I will see. But the problem with H1B is, there are
yeah,
only 20,000 H1Bs every year for international master's students. And
yeah,
if they lose a job, they have to wait for the H1B pick. There are people who are doing two
yeah,
masters, three masters, just waiting in the US to get the
yeah.
H1B picked up.
That's right. That's right. So I have a colleague working with me at Walmart. She has done a master's twice just to maintain her
Mhm.
status and to get a job. So if we talk in those prospects, I would end in a single sentence like Canada would be the best option for you, because getting a PR and others, right? It would be like pretty easier compared to Australia. Like you can get an Australian PR, but anyways you can't convert them into a citizenship. It's again a difficult process. US, we know, like everybody knows what's going on US, right? So US is definitely a difficult. And even if you go to Europe, right, there also they might be offering you work permits for 1 year. Converting that to a 2 year work permits is becoming difficult in Europe. So I would suggest the best option would be Canada. You can come here, get your PR, maybe get your citizenship, and then if you still don't like it, like I think it should not be the case, but it's still the case, then you can move out with the Canadian citizenship to anywhere. That should be fine. But Canada should be the first option. That's what I think.
Very true. Yeah, thank you. Well, thank you very much for joining the talk, our CIP International Student Review, and sharing your journey with us. Thank you very much for trusting CIP in this critical journey. We are a virtual platform, and to be honest, I think I haven't met Anurag till now. He's not. Did you come to any of our welcome
Yeah.
parties, Anurag? Like,
Yes,
yes,
yes, yes.
yes. When
I
you
think I
yes,
came a
you
couple
were
of
there.
years ago. Yeah. Yeah.
Couple of years ago, you did come in, yes. But thank you very much, Anurag, and good luck. And I hope we'll be able to help your sister as well apply through
Yeah.
CIP to study, work, and live in Canada.